Hello there. My name is Cobe Lawson here in Promineo Tech Backend Software Development Bootcamp. This is week 12. We're doing unit testing using JUnit. I'm here in Eclipse. I've got my pom.xml. I've got my Java version 11, my dependencies, my build all set up correctly. We've got our test demo Java file. We're importing Java util random. We have our method add positive, taking an int A and int B, which takes those two, determines if they're both positive, which we use with this if statement, and if so, it returns the sum. Otherwise, it throws an illegal argument exception. We have our method random number squared, returning an int. It calls our getRandomInt method, which we have next, to obtain an int, squares itself, and returns the product of those. Then we have that getRandomInt method, which is where we needed the util, the random import. So we build a random, we turn a random within the range of 1 and 10 there. So then we have our test demo test. We've got our imports at the top. We've got our setup method before each, and that is just building a test demo test to get that initialized each time it runs. Then we have our assert that two positive numbers are added correctly method, takes in an int A, B, expected, Boolean, expect exception. Those are our parameters. It's a parameterized test. It has a method source for arguments for add positive. And if not, assert except expect exception. That's hard to say. You assert that test demo.add positive A and B is equal to the expected. So else it throws that illegal argument exception. Then we have our next method. It's assert that number squared is correct. So we build a new test demo, mock test demo, use our spy method on it. We do return 5 when it gets random int. So we're plugging in the number 5. And then we have the 5 squared variable for random number squared. Assert that 5 squared is equal to 25, which it has to be. We know that. And then we have our arguments for add positive method. So it takes all the arguments for our thing and first, second, expected, and our Boolean. Is it true? Is it false? It returns a stream of these arguments, as you can see. And we're going to go ahead and run this. I have some warnings about compiler specified as 11, but a JRE 17 is used. Not exactly sure why that error has come up, that warning. Haven't really been able to figure out that one, but let's run this. So we get some trues and some falses, which is true. 2, 4, 6 is true. 2 plus 4 equals 6. They're both positive. That one works out. 0, 0, 0 is false because they're not all positive. They're 0. -3 is false because it's negative. Same with -4. We've got 5, 2, 7 true, 0, 3, 3 true, and 12, -8, 4 true. Now, I had some issues with this one. As you can see, we're getting expecting code to raise a throwable error. And then for this one to be true, it's interesting because since the second parameter is -8, it should be false. It shouldn't work. Those are the only real issues I had getting this to run, only real errors. But that is pretty much it. Otherwise, it's working as correct. All right. Thank you and goodbye.